Great.
Yeah. So is that it? We're good?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. So we have a little bit of time. Let's talk depression. Um, let's do, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to treat depression, but let's pull out oil. I'll give you a list. Um, Camphor, any sort of chamomile, lavender, any sort of thyme, cinnamon, sage, geranium, rose, ambrit. Let's start with those and see what people have. Depression. Now, depression, there's two kinds. There is the physical type, which is the body is very depleted, the body's very worn down, and you don't physically have the energy or emotions or the energy to feel with emotions, or the mind becomes a little sluggish. And then there's psychological depression, which usually means that there's something upsetting, something maybe causing you to be angry, and it might not be safe, or you might not feel heard, or it's scary to bring it out, or it's just down deep and you're not even quite sure what it is. So if it's more psychological, things like rose, ambrit, sage, or cinnamon work really well. But what we're doing here, like if you can't differentiate, it should help with any of them. You know, it might take a while, but here we're just going to do inhalation. We're not going to do anything internal, but it should be quite helpful. Okay, so there's a couple areas that we want to look at, right? One is you just want to do inhalations into the body, right, which we'll practice. But there's areas that we want to look at. And one is usually the spleen is very depleted. Now, one of the ways to strengthen the spleen is also to strengthen the navel, right? So what we're going to do is you don't really need to think about anything, but just start whatever oil you're using, start inhaling, and your awareness is just in your body. Just explore your body, inhale the oils, let the oil kind of come into the body and have its impact. You're still taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're still taking long, slow, deep breaths. Move your awareness down to the navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the navel. And then just pause for a moment and just be still. Keep your eyes closed, just let it incubate. Begin inhaling again. Your awareness is on the navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on the navel. And move your awareness 1.5 inches below your navel. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And just be still. Begin inhaling again. Your awareness is on the left side of your body below the ribs. Your awareness is on the spleen. Move through the body to the backside on that same spot, the back spleen. And then just be still. Just let go and be still. Your awareness is on your palms. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the palms. And just be still. Just be still. Just be still. Begin inhaling. Your awareness is on the soles of your feet. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Just be still. Just be still. Be aware. Take some long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness just on the lungs. Move your awareness to the back heart. You're still inhaling. Just be still. Now go to your brain. Inhale with your awareness on your brain. You're still inhaling on your brain. And then pause. And this is what I like to do with this. We're just kind of going through and hitting the spots that contribute to depression in the energy body. But if there's a feeling that is strong, like I feel like something, fill in the blank, or there's thoughts that arise, whatever it is, a feeling or a thought, put your awareness on that and begin inhaling. And then just be still. Notice your body. How do you feel? We have a few minutes, not many, but we have a few before we move over to Astara and do the prayer petition blessing, which please join us if you can. It's just a little 15-minute thing, but we get together as a community and bless. But let's share an experience or two. We'll just do whatever we have time for.
You can unmute yourself. You can also just type in any kind of experience as well.
And maybe put the link in for Astara right now. So we're going to post the link for Astara right now if you want to join us. So you can just click on it and pop right over to that. It's a nice way to just kind of flush things out. But go ahead, unmute yourself or type in. If there is some depression, I would do this daily, if not even a couple of times a day. Yeah.
I feel like something's coming off of my legs. Like bugs.
Yeah, like sometimes, what we would call energetically as elementals is part of what we're trying to shed from the arms and the legs. They're usually a little bit worse in the legs than in the arms. And so you might be feeling some of that. Yeah. If it gets uncomfortable, jump in a salt bath with like some sage or lavender, something of that nature, and just let the salt and the water kind of pull it off you.
Go ahead, Anne.
Hey, Ann.
Oh, I feel tight in my head and my gut. My partner said tonight as he was going to bed, I really need you now until I get better, until I die. He has a lot of pain that he's dealing with. I think it's lymphatic. I don't know if it's partly physical also, but
Mhm.
it was heavy.
So you feel a little bit tight in the gut and you feel a little bit tight in the head?
Correct.
What oil were you using? I'm just curious.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Like her front.
Oh, yeah,
But-
yeah.
So yeah, you look like you have a big energetic cord on the front there. I'm having Samantha cut it real quick. And give me just a second here. And then on the throat. How's that feeling in your gut right now? Is it easing up?
Loosened. It loosened.
Yeah. So it's just some cords. When you go through and you start increasing your energy, sometimes that stuff kind of happens. And, they're not always malicious. Sometimes it's just, people stressing out or, they need something or they're just not having a good day.
Oh,
And so we'll just
he's
go through and
really
clean that up.
needy. He's using a walker now and he's having real trouble moving.
Yeah. God bless him. Like that's got to be hard. So maybe use like a little etheric cords or ironbark eucalyptus or rue from time to time, even hyssop if you don't have any of those, and just see if that can help clean that up from time to time.
Right. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Someone's asking, will sadness and grief work too?
Sadness and grief will work if you're sad. If you're not sad, I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but it probably wouldn't be as helpful. Same with ginger lily. That would be more about the grieving process, or sometimes depression is like you're really sad about something. So in that case, it would help. Yeah. Depression has many faces. It's not always just an emotional thing. A lot of times it could actually just be physical depletion. So yeah.
Another person said, I feel lighter.
Yeah, lighter. Good. So we're going to move over to Astara now. And remember, tomorrow night we have the master healing thing that we do explorations and kind of talk theory and play and experiment. It's kind of my little time to have like experiments with you guys. And then this weekend also is another free class. And so it's on the essentials. It's something that Robert kind of requested, and think of it as like a greatest hits album where we're going to cover all the things that really need to be in place for us to heal or have a nice sense of well-being, physiologically. We're going to talk about deepening the breath and cardiac fatigue and the nervous system. But we'll do protocols, and there's a lot of clinical information in there for you to read. It's not going to be a thing where I clinically lecture a whole bunch, but I'll do a little bit. But there's good reading material for you there as well. So I put a lot of time and effort into it. So hopefully see you either tomorrow night or on the weekend, or maybe in 2 minutes.